Hey, hello everyone. I thought it would be fun to take what's this, the accent or the dialect quiz from the New York Times. So I took this a couple years ago. I forgot exactly what I got, but let's see if I end up doxing myself or where this puts me. Okay, so how y'all use and you guys talk. All right, so what is the way you speak? Say about where you're from. Let's answer the questions. How would you address a group of two or more people? Okay, so I would go with you first, but okay, use is like my second choice because I say that one if I want to be funny, but yeah, I guess just regular you. That is the main way I would do it. Which okay, all right. So what would you call a sale of unwanted items on your porch, in your yard, or etc.? Okay, so tag sale, yard sale, garage sale, rummage thrift sale, stoop sale, carport sale, sidewalk. Jumble sale? I have never heard of that in my life. Um, okay, garage sale is my first, that's the first thing I would call it, but yard sale and tag sale are also like, those would be second choices, but garage sale would be the first one. Now, where are they putting me? Okay. I don't know. Oh, okay. All right. What do you call an easy high school or college class? Gut? I have never heard of any of what? Gut, crypt course, bird, blow off, meet other multiple choice exams is what I would call it. I don't have a word for this, so I'm just gonna hit other. That's like nonsense class. I I mean maybe blow off because that's the only one of these that I've heard anywhere, but I don't know. Maybe I've never heard any of these because I didn't take very many of those classes. You see, I studied math. I did my undergrad in math and I did my graduate in math. So none of those classes were jokes. So I'm just going to go with other because I never heard that. All right. Okay, then. What do you call it when rain falls while the sun is shining? Sun shower? Yeah, that's what we would call it. The wolf is. What the? Okay, the wolf is giving birth. I don't know what that. The devil is beating his wife. Monkey's wedding. Fox is wedding. Pineapple rain. Liquid sun. Yep. I have no idea where any of these come from. Okay, Fox's wedding I know might have to do with like Japanese folklore because I think they said what are they called? The fox deities that they get married at that, when their sun showers or whatever. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Okay, what do you call a sweetened carbonated beverage? Soda. The other ones are not right. I think pop is what they call it in the Midwest. I think Coke is like what they call it in the South, even if it's not actually Coca-Cola. Like it could be like Sprite and they would call it Coke. Okay, tonic. I think that's a type of alcohol. Soft drink. Okay, that one I've also heard. Um, why would lemonade be carbonated? I've never heard of this. Coca-Cola. I have no idea what that is. Isn't fizzy drink? I think that's like a British thing. I don't know why this is in like for US dialogue, unless maybe there's a place where there's a bunch of British people, British immigrants, I guess. Dope. That's a word for like drugs or for something being cool or happy. So you would go with soda. So that's the correct term for it. How do you pronounce the words marry? No, Mary, Mary, and marry. Okay. Mary, Mary, marry. Okay, they are all different. Yes, all three are pronounced differently. It is a subtle difference, but there is indeed a difference. Okay, well here goes where I am from originally. All right. Okay, I guess the rest of the country says all those words the same. What do you call a traffic jam caused by drivers slowing down to look at an accident or other diversion on the side of the road? Okay, I already saw them, but rubbernecking. Um, Yeah, rubbernecking is what it's called. Rubbernecking as the activity that causes the traffic jam, but I have no word for the traffic jam itself. Okay, now I'm a little bit confused because I know rubbernecking is, yeah, that's what causes it, but no, rubberneck delay I is it called? I'm trying to remember. On the radio, they always say rubbernecking or rubberneck, something like that. You know what? I'm just going to go with rubbernecking. It's annoying that they don't let you pick more than one answer because for some of these, a couple of these are okay. Um, okay. Well, I guess least similar. I don't know what other people call this. What do you call the rubber-soled shoes worn in gym class or for athletic activities? Sneakers. Shoes? No, shoes are like, okay, all things you wear on your feet are considered shoes, but if you were to not all sneakers are shoe no, all shoes are sneakers, but not all no, all sneakers are shoes, but not all shoes are sneakers. Okay, that's how it works. Gym shoes, sand shoes, I don't know what that is. Jumpers. Isn't that like what they call a sweater in the UK? Okay, tennis shoes. I figure that would be a specific type of sneaker. Same thing with running shoes. Runners, trainers. I have never heard of runners. I guess that's a word for running shoe. Trainers, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, yep. Once again, my location of origin is exposed. How do you pronounce aunt? Okay, when I was little, I said aunt. Um, I know the correct way to say it is aunt, but I guess I will say aunt because that's how I used to say it when I was little. So I'll go with that. How do you pronounce caramel or caramel? Yeah, I use both interchangeably. Yeah, caramel or caramel. I probably say caramel more than caramel, but I mean, we know both. Yeah, I'll just go with that. How do you pronounce crayon? One syllable. Crayon? Oh, that must be how you say it with one syllable. Two syllables. Yeah, crayon. Okay, yes, that's how I say it. No, crayon, crayon. Second syllable rhymes with dawn. Crayon. I think that's better. It sounds like crown. Okay. Where the heck do they call crayons these other things? Okay. What is the distinction between dinner and supper? Um, I know what the distinction is. It's dinner is before supper, and I know that because I like Lord of the Rings, and the hobbits will teach you about the orders that you eat the meals in. But I would say I do not use the word supper, even though I am aware that it's yeah, dinner and then supper. So dinner is a meal you would eat before supper. Yeah, supper is an evening meal. No, yeah, supper is an evening meal, dinner is the main meal, something like that. Or like, yeah, but I'm just gonna say we do I or at least I or we where I came from, I do not remember hearing the word supper unless we're quoting Lord of the Rings. Okay, what do you call a big road on which you drive relatively fast? Okay, this is interesting because I would say highway is just what we call it, but these are different things. Okay, freeway, I don't know. A parkway is, at least in New York, parkways are, a lot of them going out into Long Island, they have bridges that you cannot, um, yeah, like trucks and stuff can't go on there. So parkways are nice because it's only cars driving there. Turnpikes, okay, every turnpike I have been on, absolutely cursed. The New Jersey Turnpike, probably the worst of them all, just like trucks everywhere, horrendous. Um, let's see, expressway. Expressways are another type of highway, and every expressway I have been on also exceptionally cursed. So yeah, I will just go with highway because that is generally what we call all of them. What do you call a traffic situation in which several roads meet in a circle? Do 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 do. What do you call the small gray bug that curls up into a ball when it's touched? Um, I always called them curly bugs as a kid. Pill bug, doodle bug, potato bug, roly poly, sow bug. Basketball bug, twiddle bug, roll up bug. Um, I know what the creature is, but have no word for it. Okay, I'm gonna go with other because I would always call them a curly bug because they curl up. Pill bug is the other term that I've seen used for them, but I like the term curly bug. Okay, well, whatever. What do you call the sweet spread that is put on a cake, frosting or icing? Frosting and icing refer to different things. And actually, wait a minute, do they? No, a glaze is different. I think icing is more similar to a glaze. Frosting is the stuff that you buy in a can, and it's like a little bit thicker, and yeah, yeah. I think icing is a bit similar to a glaze, but they can both be used. But I'm just going with that because at least that's what I know. What do you call the area of grass in the middle of some streets? Boulevard, Midway, yeah, traffic island. What do you call a large motor vehicle used to carry freight? A truck, semi truck. Isn't that doesn't that mean half of a truck? I guess I'll just say truck. I think. I'm not a fan of trucks. Like, like the pickup trucks. I don't like. What do you call the night before Halloween? Gate night, trick night, mischief night, cabbage night, goosey night, devil's eve. Yeah, mischief night is the one I've heard, but I've never done anything. Uh, Once again, very, very region specific dialogue. What do you call something that is across both streets from you at an intersection or diagonally across from you? Kitty corner? Kitty corner? I have never heard kitty wampus. Yeah, I would only use diagonal for this. I have never heard of the other terms. Okay. What do you call the small road parallel to the highway? The service road. What do you call a drive-through liquor store? Yeah, I haven't heard of that. That sounds wow. That sounds very very trashy. Honestly, that sounds trashy and that sounds dangerous. And okay, no judging, but where in the United States do they have these? I'm curious to see one just to experience it. I've never heard of that. Yeah, I've never heard of that being a thing. Okay, so let's see where it is. Least similar. All right, so right around here, right around here, Ohio. Okay, Ohio and Texas area. Okay, I'm gonna have to find out if liquor drive-throughs indeed do exist in these places. Let me know in the comments. What do you call the area of grass between the sidewalk and the road? Berm, parking, no. Tree lawn, terrace, curb strip, beltway, verge. Um, yeah, I don't have a word for this. What do you call the thing from which you might drink water in a school? The water fountain. What do you call the insect that flies around in the summer and glows in the dark? Um, lightning bug, firefly. I use both interchangeably. I would say I use lightning bug more than firefly. Um, but I mean, both are. Let's see. Okay, my map. Most similar. Newark, Patterson, Jersey City, Yonkers. All right. Oh wait. Oh, my face is covering this. I just realized. Let me zoom out so we can view. Okay. Okay. So these are places that we have. Okay. I will not reveal if this is correct or not, but yeah, I won't reveal if this is correct or not. Anyway, this was an interesting quiz. So what are the biggest things? Okay. Well, sneakers for Jersey City, sneakers for Yonkers, Mischief Night for Newark. I mean, I've heard of that, but it's like I've never done it. Heard about it in the news because of kids committing crimes and stuff. Okay, let's see. About this quiz. The data for this quiz and map shown here come from over 35,000 survey responses collected from August to October 2013 by Josh Katz, a graphic editor for the New York Times who developed this quiz and has since written Speaking American, a visual exploration of American regional dialects. Most of the questions used in this quiz are based on those in the Harvard Dialect Survey, a linguistics project begun in 2002 by Bert Vo and Scott Golder. The original questions and results for that survey can be found on Dr. Vo's current website. The colors on the large heat map correspond to the probability that a randomly selected person in that location would respond to a randomly selected survey question the same way that you did. The three similar maps show which answer most contributed to those cities being named the most or least similar to you. I don't know. I feel like there's a whole lot more red than than just these areas. Like there's a lot of stuff in New England here, except Mischief Night's the only thing that's very different. But this other stuff, this is pretty much all in New England uses the term sneakers. It's not specific to those areas. But anyway, thank you for watching. This was interesting. If you took the quiz, let me know what you got and if it was accurate or not. Thank you for watching. Remember to comment and like and subscribe.